We will be back in some form.
We have an army of digital soldiers because this was an insurgency.
Hundreds dead, thousands infected across multiple continents.
You guys know what this represents?
All people that have gone out there against the mainstream media and said, you're going to call us racist, you're going to call us potential Timothy McVeighs, you are.
All right. Hope you Patriots out there kicking ass, taking names. Welcome to the party, folks, to PatriotPartyNews.com. I am your host, Chaz Carter, better known as Underground Patriot, coming to you live from the Wolf Den, folks. Oh, yeah, holla if you can hear me. Give me a roll call. Let us know where you're watching us from. I see Alabama right off the bat. Greetings, Earthlings. I hear ya. Michigan's in the house. Texas. I see you. Jersey in the house. Connecticut's in the house. Jersey again. Jersey. I got to make it sound right. Hey, North Dakota. Iowa's in effect. There you go. New Mexico in the house. Alabama. Baruco Dogs. Georgia in that house. Buffalo freaking Texas. That's right. Mississippi in the house. Kentucky. All right. Yeah, they're censoring us bad on Rumble, and I'm sorry, but it's totally out of my control. That's why you need to go to Patriot.com. We tell you that every time. Blount County, Alabama is listening. Alabama. Oh, fart. North Carolina. England in the UK, good to have ya. Ozarks, Missouri, Alabama. West Virginia just checked in. Watch out. Surrey, England. Thank you, Tony. Kicking in the door. Chattanooga, choo-choo. Tennessee. Right? Oh, my goodness, man, we got a lot going on. First things first, I want to throw out some unspoken prayers through some folks here at PPN. And, man, I tell you, it's fun bashing trolls. Kansas Jack, bye-bye. I ain't waste my time with you. I like grabbing a hammer and just getting you out of there. We have no patience for trolls. Bye-bye. Because this is where the cool cats go. You thought you were on another channel, didn't you? No, it didn't work out for you. This is where the cool cats go to get their daily intel news and bread. That's right. It's the PatriotPartyNews.com. Always crushing trolls daily. Folks, help us out. We need your help more than you could ever freaking imagine. And I got your IP address as well. I'm going to have some fun with that. Donate now to the cause because it allows us to do crazy things like that. And then all these trolls, we expose them live. I'm going to start doing like I used to do back in 2020. Who remembers that? It was fun, wasn't it? Oh, it's all good. I can't wait till... who thinks I need to show who Kansas Jack really is? We want to have some fun. We'll talk about that here in a second. I've got it. But yeah, help us out, folks. Donate to the cause. Help us out with our server storage. We would surely appreciate it. Another way you can support us is go to the ultimate badassery Patriot Insider Network. You want the truth? You're tired of being lied to. If you're in your news feed on social media and you think you're being told the truth, your wood might be wet, folks. It's by design to distract you. Why do you think you're glued to your phone? Glued to your phone. They fooled you, is what they've done. The propaganda, and they've killed a majority of you that used to watch every year. I trip out on how many people that got talked into BS end up dead. They were murdered, is what they were, by our government. They allowed them to be fooled. You want to know what's going on? You truly are tired of being lied to? Take your head out of the damn sand and come on over to join.patriotshoot.com. Again, we have 0 bots, 0 algorithms, and we have 100% the truth. 30 cents a day keeps the propaganda away. It's worth it. Your mind is everything, and you have a solid mind to know what's going on. Everything else takes care of itself, folks. Hey, here's some of our partners as well. You need to check out. You can go to Q Broadcast, go to ppnnetwork.qbroadcast.com, or go to dallasd.qbroadcast.com. You can also go to our LT360 Hill products here, and the discount code, of course, is PPN. Cardio Miracle, the name speaks for itself. PPN gives you the discount. And then Hunter's Blend Coffee. You want some incredible quality coffee that's owned by patriots and a Christian-owned company? Look no further. Go to huntersblendcoffee.com. Use discount code PPN. Folks, we've got to do things that we normally would not do. And this is one of those times. Unfortunately, they have put crap in our fake vaccines. They put it all in our food. Metals, harmful metals that when they click on the signals, it jacks up your body. Where do you think all these blood clots are coming from all the victims from the bioweapon? Look no further than therootsbrand.com. The Roots brand is going to help you remove a good little bit of that graphene oxide out of your body, because every day, unfortunately, unless you're going to a butcher and you're milking a freaking cow, and sometimes even milking a cow, you're going to have it in there too. Again, go to rootsbrand.com/PPN or /DallasPPN on there as well. And of course, obviously, they're in the chats as well. There you go. You can see that, screenshot that, take advantage of it. It's pretty freaking awesome. Also, folks, Patriot Mobile, PPN, we negotiated, gives you free activation. Go to patriotmobile.com, use discount code PPN. What's up, PPNers? I hope you're doing well. And then, of course, our replays are exclusively on Patriot.com, folks. Why is it not everywhere? It is, but they can manipulate all that. You go to Patriot.com, number one, it's free. Number two, you'll see incredible amounts of truth on there that's not being censored. That's why we have so many people going there right now, setting up accounts. We have already got influencers over there that have set up their channels. And as soon as everything else crashes down, we're going to have the influx go in there too, because we are completely 100% independent, ladies and gentlemen. Patriot.com, where you are the news. There you go. All right, cool. So let me see here. I see Dallas is in the studio. Let me go ahead and bring him in. What's up, bro?
Sorry, man. I was just deactivating a fire alarm, false alarm in our house.
Are you good?
Yeah. They've 2 of them have gone bad, and so every 2 days it just chirps 4 times, which if you look it up is a faulty alarm.
Okay.
So I just got to silence it until we can get the money or figure out how to replace them. But it's all good, man. It's all good.
Well, trash day came and went, and it's still here. And I'm sitting here. I'm like, well, should I try to make the journey outside and try to put all this trash in there where, the top is like this, like vertical, and you're praying a good wind doesn't come by and take the top off? I don't know if y'all can relate with that, but that's kind of the things I'm having.
No, it's bad when your recycling bin is just as full. Like,
right. That's funny right there. Hey, man, I got that video you shot over to me on IG, and I got it about like what woman talking about all this.
Oh, so is it about the minority?
Hang on, let me grab it and I'll put it on screen. You know which one I'm talking about. That one right there.
So what I think is ironic is, do you remember me? Today is Wednesday. It was either Monday or last Friday. I think it was last Friday when I said, Chaz, out of nowhere, I watched Minority Report again. Like, Minority Report is from like 2002, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Tom Cruise, and it's about, these. It's not AI in the form of AI that we know, but it's these like telepathic kids that can predict crime before it happens. But
Agatha.
Yeah, I think it's crazy how God brought that into my fold, and then I stumble across this, and I'm like, oh crap! And I sent it to you immediately.
So I'm gonna play this.
So let me get this straight. Trump is expanding the New World Order. The Jews have officially predicted when their Messiah will be coming, and science just discovered livable land.
Oh yeah, by the way, don't forget BB's attorney was murdered too.
And in Antarctica, proving Admiral Byrd's Operation High Jump to be true. So the Lord has actually given me dreams since last year that Greenland was only the beginning of Trump's New World Order plans. So now not only has Venezuela been targeted and under American management officially, but Cuba is also on the brink of falling apart, and Iran is now the center of Trump's targets. There's a very interesting theory out there right now that Venezuela and Iran are one of the only remaining countries that are not backed by a Rothschild banking system. So for America to be monopolizing on that and kind of doing Israel's deeds for them, it kind of seems a little fishy. Not only this, but for the first time in over 5 decades, the United States Doomsday plane landed in Los Angeles International Airport. So make of that what you will. Now, a Jewish rabbi is predicting that the rise of their Messiah is dependent on the fall of Christianity. With the ongoing conflicts of the Muslims and the Jews and the Christians just happening to be at the center of it all makes complete sense, especially when we connect it to the Bible. We know that in the last days, Christians will be persecuted. And it's also something to note that the Jewish and the Muslim Messiah literally matches up to the Christian Antichrist. So it turns out that Admiral Byrd was right all along, that he wasn't a joke or a crazy person. He actually documented things explicitly and in great detail to what he found during his Operation High Jump mission. Operation High Jump was intended to study the entire continent of Antarctica. What Admiral Byrd found was shocking. Not only did Admiral Byrd document that there was livable land in Antarctica, but he also claimed to have been abducted by a race of giants that warned him about humans using nuclear weapons. So connecting it to science and conspiracy, here's a few notes. Scientists using radar technology were able to detect nearly 2,000 feet under the ice that rivers, mountain ridges, and plant life were found under Antarctica. We also know that science was able to find different masses around Antarctica that looked very similar to pyramids. So why is the government coming out about all this now? Could it be for the New World Order agenda? Let me know your thoughts.
What's crazy, Chad, is we've talked about every single one of those points over the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. By the way, I told you I'd go back to the good old days. Wait till I find your address. This is going to be fun. You want to see a troll doxed real time in front of the world? I'm about to do it. You're probably sitting naked on your freaking beanbag eating some freaking Cheetos.
Venezuela, every country has a central bank, but Venezuela's bank is not owned by the Rothschilds. That's the point. Iran also has a central bank, but it's not owned by the Rothschilds. I made that point several times, and I keep getting they have a central bank. Every country has a central bank of that country, but Venezuela and Iran and Iraq, up until recently, were the only ones not owned and operated by the Rothschilds. They're the central banking families, if you will.
Yeah. And let's see what else we got here. Oh, did you hear what happened with Amazon, where they're laying off 16,000 jobs worldwide because they're bringing. That's my best Terminator sound effect you're probably going to get out of me, but this is how it starts. You got AI and then robots in there. And what was it? I saw a video, I'd say about a week ago. They were showing, this was at the BMW plant, I guess in Germany, where they had robots already in production. When I say production, meaning production cars, they're putting the cars together. They work 10 hours straight, no break, 10 hours straight, and they're getting more done than obviously what a human could do. Okay. Mm-hmm. And they're saying the perfection of it with no mistakes is pretty remarkable. But what else is remarkable is that this leads into what we should have already known to our damnation. Because two things are going to happen. If the CIA doesn't kill us and our own government doesn't kill us, tell us, well, we got a new horror waiting and seeing machines stepping on skulls and walking through Mad Maxy environments. So,
well, I mean, think about every job that can be replaced by a robot. I mean, virtually everything. There are a few, right? But surgery, roofing, right? We've talked about this a lot. There's already a working roofing model robot that will strip and retile a roof in a matter of an hour, in a matter of a few hours, as opposed to 30 men taking 8 hours, right? I mean, it can do the job of 30 men in four hours.
That's crazy.
And there's not very much that a robot can't do. And what do we do for work when we replace all human effort and work with machines? Then, Idiocracy comes to mind, where we all sit on our lazy boy toilets and have the food.
That's so gross to me. I'm just saying, man.
The food tube, to where we just sit, we get fat, and we watch TV and live off of our government subsidy.
Brondo.
Brondo.
Brondo, thank you.
Brondo's got electrolytes.
It's got electrolytes. Oh my God. That is absolutely a trip. Oh my gosh.
What's crazy, Chance, is it's way more true than it. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, everybody on the planet wears Crocs. They picked Crocs in that movie because they're like, there's no way. I mean, like, this is the stupidest shoe ever. And I mean, they're everywhere, Chaz. So like, that movie is way more true than people want to give it credit for.
Absolutely. Hungary has joined the Board of Peace or the New World Order. Which one is it? Do you think this is it? I mean, man, this is kind of, remember what they said. They said it would not be exactly the names. I'm telling you, something is up. And you look what's happening around Iran and the storyline there. I mean, I think we've already taken over Iran. We're already there. I think it, and we're going to get.
We have boots on the ground for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I will tell you this, Chaz. All the way up until Netanyahu was invited and accepted onto the Board of Peace, I was on, I was on board, right? Netanyahu is the biggest warmonger on the planet. You talked about it wasn't his attorney. His case has been permanently dismissed, or well, not dismissed, postponed. It's been postponed indefinitely because the prosecuting attorney was accidentally killed in a hit and run motorcycle accident.
Accidentally.
Accidentally. It's he's the biggest warmonger on the planet, and he's a part of the Board of Peace. And the fact that you buy your way onto it, like the UN, the NATO, the World Health Organization, the World Economic Forum, all of those eventually became pay for play, right? Bill Gates, how did he get a controlling share of the NIH and the World Health Organization? He bought his way in, right? But that wasn't how it was originally created. This Board of Peace is 100% pay to play. You have to pay to be a part of it.
Is it $3 billion? How much is it?
I read somewhere that it's a minimum of $1 billion.
Okay, $1 billion.
There are like 2 countries that are like, we can't afford to pay, and because they're little tiny countries, they're like, okay, you can hang out with this, but eventually you're gonna have to pay. But I don't know, Chaz. I mean, maybe it's an old bait and switch, but it in the Bible it says, the Antichrist will present as the savior, like the bringer of peace, but in the end it'll be the bringer of destruction. So I don't know, Chaz. I don't know.
Well, quietly, as we've been, covering a lot of stuff going on ever since Venezuela, the CIA quietly put their flag up there, and they're saying this is priority number 1 here in Venezuela. And the unnamed U.S. official, they supposedly told CNN through there some serious questions as to why the agency would want to advertise this all over CNN, because it's part of the narrative. That's why. They're wanting people to get drawn in away from what is really going on. And man, I'm seeing it more and more, man, as the veil is starting to kind of dissipate and come down. More truths are revealing itself. By the way, are you keeping up with this narrative of this deadly outbreak disease out of India?
Yeah, I was trying to remember what they're calling it. It's like the Nipah virus,
something like that. They say there's no vaccine for it. There's no cure for it. And it comes from like bats or something. Sounds
fruit bats. Again, same as.
But they're saying it's not airborne. But whatever you touch, and you happen to touch where someone's touched a bat or whatever they've done, it instantly adheres to your body, and you cannot get rid of it, and it supposedly kills you. Just like
it's
that.
it has like a 78% death rate. But
yeah.
I mean, COVID was not airborne originally,
right?
And it was spread by a bat originally. It started in Asia. This one starts in India. Ironically, right after they pull out of the World Health Organization, or right after we pulled out of the World Health Organization, this new uncurable, never before seen virus hits. I mean, is it a virus? I don't know. I mean, is it a bioweapon? 100%. Is it going to kill a lot of people? I would assume. I mean, if nothing else, this is their last ditch effort, or this is what pushes us into Agenda 2030, right? Now we go into full-blown lockdowns, mandatory vaccinations, the whole 9 yards. So it's the same playbook. I think they turned the volume up. They went way past 11. It's at like 16 or 17 now, and they're going to try to kill as many people as they can.
Yep. And then you got scientists want to use self-amplifying mRNA to vaccinate those who do not want to be vaccinated. Hey, you need to get vaccinated. Here, come this way. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy that they're doing this.
self. I don't even know what that means.
Let's
Chad.
not lose touch. Your government and big tech are actively trying to censor the information reported. Yeah, from them here. Listen to that. They're getting censored. It says a research paper earlier this month states that one of the researchers' aims is to develop a vaccine to overcome vaccine hesitancy. Yeah, right. The method chosen to spread the vaccine among the population is a self-replicating, RNA or srRNA, a self-amplified mRNA. Say that 5 times. And anyway, also referred to as replication. Is that replicating? Is that right?
So basically, they're going to give people this vaccine. It's going to replicate. It's going to shed, and it's going to basically give all of us. I mean, it's going to spread the mRNA into all of us. Is what I'm hearing.
Right.
Which is why they're spraying. That's why Bill Gates is spraying mRNA vaccines on all of our food. They're putting it in our cattle. They're putting it in our fish. They're putting it in our chicken. Putting it in our pork. Spraying it in the clouds.
Yeah. Why is this being funded by, it says the Department of, Defense of the U.S. government?
Because the DOD, Chaz, controls every bioweapons lab in the world. All the ones in Ukraine, 35 or 38.
Damn.
Paid for and built by the Department of Defense, our Department of Defense. Mm-hmm. So all of these bioweapons, Chaz, all of them, even the ones in Wuhan, China, that biolab weapon was built and paid for by our Department of Defense. It's in the documentation. You can look it up. It is all ours. Like that's the part that we've all overlooked, is that our government has done all of this. COVID, our government. SARS, our government. The monkey virus, our government. It's all been our government. Our government has bought and funded and paid for all of this crap, and they've used our tax dollars to do it. And I'm done, Chaz. I'm done with the charade. Oh, it's China, it's Russia, it's Venezuela. No, it is our government. Our government has done all of this.
Mr. Valley has been going nonstop for the past 28 minutes, actually 30 minutes to be exact, now about Bo Pony. Bring up Bo Pony. So I just to be brutally honest with you, I'm not interested in Bo Pony right now. He had his shot. We've reached out to him. Some things are not adding up. I like where we're going down this road right now. Not ruling it out, but I'm going to put a hard pause on Bo Pony. No offense. So there you go.
Well, I mean, I don't have any positive or negative, but he hasn't been right yet, just like everybody else has been wrong. So I'm not putting any weight in what he's saying today, because he hasn't been, he wasn't right yesterday. He wasn't right last week, just like all the rest of us. But I don't see what he's saying now to be different.
Well, we've got a pretty doggone calling thing.
Well, I mean,
you got to admit. I mean, think about it. We're not, and we have been wrong. All of us been wrong, but we've been right more of them. We've been wrong. That's something I can definitely hang my hat on.
Well, yeah, I mean, but I'm talking about calling dates on the RV and money and all that stuff.
Yeah. In 2 minutes, it's all going to go down. Yeah, right. No.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go on here with this is Trump going off on Gavin Newsom.
It happened, but we got it all done in 20 days, the whole place. And yet now, still more than a year later, they don't have permits. Almost nobody is building. So I haven't told this to Lee Zeldin yet, but I'm going to put you in charge of getting permits. I think we're going to override the local authorities, because they're never going to have it. And when I was told that there's a provision where you can override the local authority to get things done, because it's really, to me, it's a national emergency. What they've done to these people is horrible. It's just horrible. And they'll still vote Democrat. Can you believe it? After all, it's just, they get used to it. Although I must say we converted many. We'll probably convert a lot more. But I just want them to get into their houses. And I don't want a big section of the area built into low-income housing. They want to put low-income housing right smack in the middle of it. And it's not the American dream. You know, you didn't do that. And low-income housing is great. I built a lot of low-income housing, but you don't put it there. This is one of the richest neighborhoods in the world, and we're going to let those people. And I recommended strongly that everybody gets the approval, immediate approval to build a house, and you give them a 10% bonus so they can build a house 10% larger than they had before, if they want, for all the suffering they've been caused. So they can build a little bit bigger house. So Lee, if you want, will you accept the job? It's how it happened.
Yep. Have you looked up this Trump's account.gov by chance? So I know it has to do with certain things when if someone is born in 2026, it's some type of growth fund.
Oh, yeah. It's a savings account for college. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was showing that right now, as it stands, if somebody was born in 2026, they would only get, at the age of, I think 28, it would be like 18,000 with regular. I never see it. I don't know about you, but I ain't seen 18,000 yet. With Trump, it's 1.2 or $3 million at being 28, 26 or 28 years of age. You know, so I was like, wow.
Yeah, I mean, basically, you're talking about a 7 or 8%, dividend or year-over-year growth, as opposed to a 2.5 or 3, or 2%, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, but he's also, he's putting it in institutional stuff. You and I don't have access to those kind of accounts.
Right. Exactly. Here is what is happening on Capitol Hill, supposedly. Again, don't get too drawn into this because a lot of this is for show. But you might get lucky occasionally. You might see an alien behind a person that's speaking, and they're saying their exact same words, and their eyes are twitching back and forth, doing something crazy. Check this out. Let's see what's going on here.
About that mission remains ongoing, and that is the counter-narcotic mission that we continue to carry out as controversial as it may be. You may not all be fans of it, obviously, but it is happening in the Eastern Pacific, and it is also happening in the Caribbean Basin. The problem is, or the good news is, there aren't a lot of drug boats moving in the Caribbean Basin anymore, and that's what we have briefed Congress upon. This specific mission that you've talked about, one of the reasons why you rehearse it is to see if it's even feasible, to basically go to the president and say, is this something that's even an option on the table? The truth of the matter is that this mission could not have been briefed to Congress because it wasn't even in the realm of possible until very late in December, when all of our efforts to negotiate with Maduro had failed, and the president was finally presented these options and made these decisions. It was also a trigger-based operation. It may never have happened. It required a number of factors to all align at the right place at the right time in a very limited window, and it wasn't even clear if it was ever going to be possible. There's also the aspect which I do not control, and that is deference to the Department of War on operational security. Despite the fact that we had kept this quite constrained, the truth of the matter is that this was leaked. We now know it was leaked by a contractor, the Department of War, that, had it been published, would have endangered the lives of people and/or would have probably canceled the ability to carry out the mission. So this is a real tension, and one that I'm doing the best I can to try to manage within the constraints of two things: operational security and also decisions being made. There are multiple contingencies for events all over the world, including some that none of us think were ever going to come to fruition. And in this particular case, one of the reasons why you rehearse these things in advance is to know whether it's even possible. Is this even doable? And what are the risks associated with doing? So you can present options to the president, who ultimately makes these decisions. In the case of reimagining NATO, it most certainly has to be reimagined. And the reason why it has to be reimagined is not because its purpose is reimagined. Its capabilities have to be reimagined. Let me give you as a point of example. There's a lot of talk about security guarantees. And it's something that there's general agreement about now with the case of Ukraine. But those security guarantees basically involve the deployment of a handful of European troops, primarily French in the UK, and then a U.S. backstop. But in fact, the security guarantee is the U.S. backstop. It is not and I'm not diminishing the fact that some countries in Europe are willing to place troops in a post-war Ukraine. What I'm pointing out is that is irrelevant without the U.S. backstop. And the reason why you need such a strong U.S. backstop is because our allies and our partners have not invested enough in their own defense capabilities over the last 20 or 30 years. Now, hopefully that's going to change. Hopefully that is changing. And in some cases and in some particular countries, it's already changed. But this is a fact that we cannot ignore. NATO is going to be stronger if our allies are more capable, especially, and here's the reality, whether we want to accept it or not, we have interests all over the world. We have interests in the Middle East, we have interests in the Western Hemisphere, and we most certainly have interests in the Indo-Pacific. A number of you have already pointed out that China is the chief challenge. We can't have the same soldiers or the same ships in both Europe and in the Indo-Pacific. We have to pick. No matter how many ships we build, no matter how many capabilities we grow, we're going to have to make these adjustments. And the stronger our partners are in NATO, the more flexibility the United States will have to secure our interests in different parts of the world. That's not an abandonment of NATO. That is a reality of the 21st century and the world that's changing now. In the case of Greenland, I'll say we're in a good place right now. We had excellent meetings with the Secretary General of NATO. In fact, even as I speak to you now, there'll be some technical level meetings between us and our partners in Greenland and Denmark on this issue. And I think we have in place a process that's going to bring us to a good outcome for everybody. The president's interest on Greenland has been clear. It's a national security interest. It's a longstanding interest that predate this administration. It's one that our allies acknowledge is real.
Mm-hmm. I mean, check it out. Look at it. And I agree with what Elon Musk was talking about. And I talked about this with Coffee with Chaz this morning. Think about it like this. Think about there was 100,000 American immigrants that went to Greenland and decided to vote in an American prime minister. And then that prime minister then goes to the U.S. and says, yes, please, we want to be a part of the United States. You know, and then you're going to have leftists cry foul about it because that's exactly what they're doing in other places, just like in London and the UK. And that's constantly what's happening. And it's happening here, too. Let's don't exclude ourselves, right?
Yeah, I mean, I read a funny meme this morning that said if Trump just guaranteed all the illegal immigrants, X amount of money if they vote Republican, the Democrats would have them exported out of this country within months. It would be a hard about face. But.
And here it goes. They're pushing this Trump accounts hard and heavy. Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank. I actually like Kevin. They call him Mr. Wonderful. He's also the one that just recently had a blood, filtering the blood that these elites are doing. I think they said Steve Harvey had done it as well. And they claim supposedly they could hear better, they could see better because of getting rid of all the toxic metals in their blood at a really huge filtering process. Check this out.
I grew up, most of my career was in educational software, trying to advance math and reading scores. And we did a phenomenal job in this country doing that in our industry. Where we failed was financial literacy. And today there's 110 million Americans who basically have no plan for their future. They never did have a plan. And they don't know what they're going to do at retirement. This idea, the Trump account, solves that problem, or a good part of it, because you're basically making an investment, not just in an individual that's born, in their family.
That don't even look like him. Are you looking at him?
Or help a child launch.
His eyes look smaller.
Difficult, particularly
looks like a reptile with those eyes.
Think about it. And this money you can't touch for 18 years. Let the power of the world's largest economy go to work for a child for 18 years and stand back in awe and see what happens if you can't touch it and you let it do its thing. What I love about this is it's better than Social Security. It really is. This is a way for the country to heal itself and make sure every one of its citizens has a foundation to stand on.
In 20 years, man. I mean, it's a great account, Jazz. It's like a 529 account, a college fund on steroids, right? The average 529 account gets about 6%, about, maybe 5.5.
Right.
This is probably getting 10 or 11. ready to return. But
S&P 500 just passed 7,000 for the first time ever. The index has added over 1.5 trillion in market cap within the past week.
Yep.
There is what we're seeing right now in the market. That's what it's showing supposedly. There it is. Yep.
Yeah, it's definitely not doing what it's supposed to be doing. It has gold and silver spike,
Well, they have to do something. Otherwise, everything crashes.
Well, yeah, that's what it should be doing. It's crashing, but for some reason, it seems to be holding in there, hanging in there.
Yeah. Well, here's Down Detector coming right at you. ARC Raiders. I don't even know what that is. What is that? Third person PvE shooter developed and published. Okay. So I guess it's some type of game. TikTok, man, people are leaving TikTok. It's getting out. I know that. Discord got hit a little bit. You got Spectrum, Verizon, Instagram, X, YouTube. Cloudflare is where it starts. I'm telling you, this little joker right
Lots
here.
of social media sites.
Crazy. Yeah, it's all that. So here you go. Things are definitely on the move. There's no question about it. And then you've got what's happening right now. This is China's Pulse. This is a pretty decent account on X. Breaking news: the American forces have completed their buildup near Iran, which certainly indicates that the military option against Iran has been decided upon and will be executed. So here is a listing of where we have some of our biggest military components. Of course, the Abraham Lincoln, the USS Abraham Lincoln, a whole bunch of others. You've got different equipment, different planes, different weapons. So it's obvious. I mean, here we go. Now, they're not going to tell us when they've already done it. That's why I think it's already happened, man. I think it's already happened, and they're trying to position the financial markets to be able to do this, because you think about the amount of resources in Iran when we talk about oil. I mean, am I wrong to say that? Don't they have a lot of oil too?
I mean, Iran has a lot of oil. They have a lot of in-ground assets. They have a lot of gold. But most importantly, they're just counter to Israel.
Yep.
Iran, all those Middle Eastern countries, Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, back in the 50s and 60s, Chaz, they were probably more progressive than we are, right?
Right.
Men and women, out on the beach in bikinis and swimsuits and luxury, store clothes or, clothing stores. And, it's very progressive, very, very modern. And then the Muslim Brotherhood and the kind of the radical Muslim regimes moved into all of these countries, or took over all of these countries. They didn't move in, but they just took over and changed everything. Just like literally Monday, I think the prime minister of Afghanistan, or the minister of education of Afghanistan, it is now illegal for women to go to school, period. Like, in what world, in what modern civilization is that even remotely okay? Women of any age are not allowed to go to school at all. Like they're basically going to be they're going to be taught to read and write, maybe.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it is being subservient to their husbands, if they get a husband. Like, how is that even a logical thing in this modern time, right? 2026.
Yeah.
We have somebody come out and say women have zero rights. You don't even have the right to go to school. And then there's some, leftard that's like, oh, go Afghanistan. Like,
don't even have a clue. Don't even have a clue.
It's going to be a woman, right? Like, but I don't know, man. Something tells me that we're just all being set up. we're being set up. Religion, as always, in my opinion, has been used to divide and conquer, and and more than anything, separate.
Yep. Division, of course.
And I think they have abused the Muslim religion. They have distorted it, and radicalized it, and turned it into a really a military weapon. You know, I mean, it's an arm of the military. I don't know which military we're talking about, but it's definitely an arm of the military because it is a violent, extreme, you know, jihadist kind of mentality, and they've used it to spread all over this world like a virus, like a plague. So,
well, it looks like they're censoring us hard and heavy again, bro. All over the one. You can go over to patriot.com to be able to see everything. I'm sorry that they're blocking us, but they don't want you to know a lot of this stuff going on. Chaz, how do you get these links? Well, because we're part of the 1%. We grab them, and we got so many people that are grabbing these links and putting them into play that you wouldn't normally see. So it works out pretty good on that. Man, we'll start wrapping this thing up. Any final words you want to leave with everyone, bro?
I mean, I pray for the people of Minnesota. I mean, did you see the charade of Ilhan Omar, the guy throwing, you know, basically?
Man, yeah, we showed that. Man, I'm telling you, it's all fake.
Well, that was 100% a plant. The dude is sitting in the second row, inside aisle. He has a direct. I mean, he's staring right at her, right? Like I mean, they're making eye contact. I promise you. He gets up, throws like detergent, you know, laundry detergent or whatever it was on her. And then she's like, you know, F that guy. Oh, give me, you know, I'm going to continue. And then her next line when she gets back to the mic is, we're never going to stop standing up to, you know, to bullies. Like, you know what I mean? Like the line was too perfect because it literally like referenced what had just happened, but in supposed to be a spontaneous way. But it was designed so it was perfect, right? It's like the governor
put gasoline in there instead. Just my personal opinion.
Well, I mean, if it was really meant to do harm, it would have done harm, right? I mean, there was a guy a few years ago who was throwing acid on women's faces on the subways and stuff because he hated pretty women. You know, like if it was designed to be harmful, it would have been harmful.
It would have been harmful.
And it wasn't. It was designed to be a stunt, in my opinion. I think that was 100% set up to try to get sympathy for her because, oh, by the way, her and her husband, you know, a $5 million fraud on their winery, you know, went from being worth $15,000 to being worth over $5 million. And, oh, they don't produce wine. How do you have
what the hell do they produce? Fraud? Yes.
Yes. they have a winery that doesn't produce wine, doesn't even have great, you know, like it doesn't even have producing grape plants on the winery, but yet it went from $15,000 value to $5 million value in 2 years. Come on, man. Like, she needs to be deported. They won't take her back in her country. They'll kill her if they send her back to Somalia. Like they will string her up in the street, Chaz, I'm telling you. So they're going to deport her, but they can't deport her to her own country. And I don't know what country is going to take her, but we need to get her out. Trump, again, stop. It's time for the government and Trump to stop talking, right? He made a tweet. I don't trust her. I don't like her. We're going to get her out. Cool. Do it. Trump, do it.
And now they have an investigation or some type of, is it a warrant? But that's just it. You're exactly right. All talk, no action, and it usually ends up put up or shut up. And that's how we roll, my friend. Stay warm, brother. Be safe out there.
See you, buddy.
See you, man. Bye. Another one in the box, folks. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Listen, you want to be a part of the truth machine? You want to know what's going on? Are you tired of being lied to? I'm going to tell you right now, you need to head on over to Patriot Shoot. You can go right now to join.patriotshoot.com. Right now, join.patriotshoot.com right now, and you will be glad that you did. God bless Republic of the United States of America. And God bless you, Patriots. Without you folks, there is no America or world. Take care. Hi there, I'm Chaz Carter. Welcome to Patriot Shoot. If you're looking for a censorship-free platform where you can freely express your thoughts and connect with like-minded individuals, then you're in the right place. At Patriot Shoot, we offer more than just a membership. For just $8.99 per month, we provide you with daily intel, weekly giveaways, and access to our exclusive voice chat platform called Patriot Talk, where we have somewhere between 200 to 400 active members just on that alone, discussing a wide range of topics every single day. You'll gain access to our state groups where you can connect with members in your state at a grassroots level. Our community is all about open dialogue and sharing valuable information without the fear of being silenced. Whether it's discussing current events, giving advice, or personal matters, or simply connecting with others on Patriot Shoot, it is the place to be. So what are you waiting for? Join us today. Experience the freedom of speech and just fill out the form below and get started. We cannot wait to have you here with us, and welcome aboard. You thought I was playing. I wasn't playing. Got 'em.